Hello, how are you? If you're good, great, happy. If not, I'm glad you're here. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and I'm not feeling well at all. So instead of talking about some inane nonsense that I'm feeling, I thought it might be an appropriate time to just repeat some of the quotes of Martin Luther King from various speeches throughout his life. These are some that I've not really known him to say before, but I thought they were interesting and relevant, especially in today's climate. So here we go. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Boy, is that true. Certain things have happened in our histories that only occurred because men did nothing. People said nothing. Powerful people were allowed to become more powerful and cruel and unjust. Take that for what you want right now, but I think that we're in a position where it is time to do something. And if we do nothing, this is the beginning of our end. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. And the truth in that statement is so telling. To have the attitude that there will be setbacks, there will be failures, there will be disappointments, but one cannot lose hope that some eventual ultimate victory will be achieved. Evil cannot exist for eternity because men are good, people are good, and eventually good will triumph over evil. I believe that, and I hope enough people do as well. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. This is actually more of an observation because so many times in our history, people have persisted in their dreams and in their drives and in their beliefs. And only through persistence has any change actually been made. I come from a time where being gay was a joke. It was funny to call your friends gay. Now, we live in a country where anyone can marry whom they love. And I like that. I think that's the right thing. I think it's right for adults to make adult decisions based on their own happiness. And I don't think that any government should stand in the way of that. You may disagree. And that's okay. Many religions have some pretty strict rules about that sort of thing. But that's not up to me. That's not my business. So I'm happy that some time ago, this government made a choice, a decision to stay away from that decision-making process, to stay out of people's way of happiness. I sincerely hope that that doesn't change anytime soon. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. I strongly believe in this. I think it's one thing to be smart. I think it's another thing to be educated. But it is truly a third thing, a most noble thing, to be intelligent. And we all have the capability of being intelligent. We just need guidance. We need the hands of those who are more experienced to show us how to think. Not what to think specifically, but how to think. Thinking critically is the ability to stand back and to be objective about any particular situation. It's to remain open to suggestion and additional information in order to make the most educated opinions and decisions. I think that's something we're really missing lately. People may be smart. They may have gone to school. But I think too many people lack the ability to think critically. I wish things were different. I wish we could all see things from a neutral point of view. Education must enable one to sift and weigh evidence, to discern the true from the false, the real from the unreal, and the facts from the fiction. This is a quote that is so very, very important lately. We are at a critical tipping point in our ability to tell what is real and what is not. We have a bombarding of information, of the same events, of the same evidence, swayed in different directions depending on who is presenting that evidence. And it's so disappointing. It's almost acceptable to understand that people don't understand what they're actually making opinions on anymore, because who knows what's real? It would have been so cool if video evidence or audio evidence or any kind of physical evidence was presented in a way that we could just absorb and then make opinions on, but that's not the way it is. Every time we're presented with something, attached to it is somebody else's point of view, somebody else's spin, and that's disappointing because it takes our abilities away. It takes our opportunities away to truly understand what we're witnessing. And that's not fair to the people involved in that incident. And if we don't do something about that soon, we are never going to be able to come together and agree on what is real and what is not. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. This one's a big one. Never in my lifetime has this been more important than right now. We are not on opposite teams. We are not us against them. We're all in this together. We are our neighbors. We are our communities, our schools, our local governments, our states, our country, our world. We are all in this together. If we decide to destroy our own house, where will we live? I hate this. I hate that every day, depending on who says what, half of everything goes one way, half goes the other. And why? Because that's what they've decided they have hooked their wagon to? That's not the way it's supposed to be. If your leader does something that you don't agree with, it's okay to not agree with it. It's okay to be vocal about it. And if your leader does something that is so egregious and horrible, it's okay to abandon them. Because I'm going to tell you a secret, they would abandon you in a heartbeat if it means them getting what they want. And if you ever see anybody being singled out as being cared for, they don't care about you. They care about what you can show to the others. They care about what you represent. They care about you as a message, as a prop. Human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable. Every step toward the goal of justice requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle, the tireless exertions and passionate concern of dedicated individuals. I like this one. It's quite elegant. It means that if we simply sit back and do nothing, we will not advance. We will not improve. It takes dedicated people who want change, who see injustice and know that they have a duty to help, to fix things, to educate. Teachers are paid very little in this country for a job that's increasingly more and more difficult. They are under constant scrutiny from parents, from lawmakers, from administration, to do a job that is mostly thankless, all trusted with the unbelievably important job of educating our children. And if you believe that teachers are nothing but indoctrination of their own personal beliefs, you're wrong. You're so wrong, because teachers have been teaching people since the beginning of time. Since Plato and Aristotle and Alexander the Great, passing on information and knowledge and education. All the way to now, where public schools are horribly underfunded, teachers are horribly underpaid, their hands are consistently tied tighter and tighter behind their backs, not able to do the things that they need to do to get through to the children of today. And worse, children have other opportunities to learn. They have other avenues. They have social media, which might be the most dangerous of all. People believing others online, how they are able to do certain things or say certain things, and they will believe it, they will repeat it. That's far more dangerous than any teacher in any classroom, in any school. So unless we step up and do something, we will not advance. We will not improve. We will not succeed. No one really knows why they are alive until they know what they'd die for. That's a heavy one. And that's one that hits me personally because I don't think I've found that yet. I don't know what I'd die for. I can't think of anything just yet. Young men and women, somewhere between 15 and 20, sometimes turn toward the military, and they are told what they would die for. When you join the military, you take on an oath that you will die to protect the Constitution of this country. You will die to protect the residents of this country. You would die to protect the land of this country. It's kind of weird, right? To be told what you believe, to be told what you would die for. I don't really necessarily have a problem with that. I think that we need a military who is open to being told what they would die for. I respect and appreciate the military. It's something I didn't want to do. It's something I wouldn't do. I'm weak. I'm not that person. And I'm so appreciative and relieved that there are people in this country who take on that responsibility. Thank you. If you served in the military, thank you so very much for your service. If you lost anything as part of a military family, you have my deepest respect, my deepest condolence, my deepest gratitude. When injustice is right in front of your face, there are people who decide that they would die to rectify that injustice. And I find that just as noble, just as admirable. Again, I don't think I would do it. But I am so very, very grateful that there are people who do. And finally, maybe the most important one of all. Injustice anywhere is the threat of injustice everywhere. That means everything. We cannot allow ourselves to be marginalized or minimized or extinguished. Our voices must be heard. And without justice, no one is safe. If we allow an injustice to happen to one people, there is no guarantee that there will not come a day where the injustice turns to us, our own little subgroup of people. Because if we didn't stand up then, why would we stand up now? We're at a really important part in American history. I allowed this to get a little political today because it is Martin Luther King Day. And the reason why we have Martin Luther King Day is to remember this man and the things that he said and the movement that he started to bring equality to this country, to its people. So if I had a wish today, I would wish that everybody goes online and looks at some of these things that Martin Luther King said and really think about them. Really consider the meaning behind the words. Because many of these things that he said 60 some years ago are more relevant today than ever. And if we don't pay attention to the things that are happening today, we will not be in a place anyone can exist 60 years from now. Enjoy your day. Pay attention. Reflect. I'll see you tomorrow.